I think the big question in all of this is, where are we going to house the growing population? I have concerns, as many people do. I've had concerns. I've expressed them. But the big question we are answering, and that is where, that we are going to build a building to house our growing school population. It has been a long process, but I think that is a fair thing to do, is to do our due diligence for such a costly project to the city. Again, some of our council members have talked about what we're looking at for the city as a whole. We have, been promising, not promising, but we've needed a new fire facility for more than 20 years. We absolutely need to move forward with a wastewater treatment plant. And, that's not a fun, sexy project, but everybody's going to know it when it doesn't go through. I mean, it's something that has to be done. So it's not that there's been a delay as far as, our willingness. It's the concern overall about what it means to the city budget, our increased debt load, and what it means to the taxpayers. And that is a big concern. Many people in our community are not, are struggling, and those costs do get passed on to businesses, homeowners, tenants, and that's, again, that's a big concern of all of ours. Again, we are, stewards of the public funds. It's not our money to spend. It is the public's money, and it really, I think the process that we're going through and that we've been through for several years has been an important process. So again, I don't think we've delayed it. I think we've done our homework and are continuing to do that. And I do look forward to a new facility that is built, to modern, sustainable standards, and that not only serves the students and staff of our city school system, but also adds to the community life, and that it is a facility that the community can access, and just adds to, again, as Mr. Hayes and others have said, the quality of life here in Fredericksburg.
And we got some new information this evening, and we're expected to vote on the same evening. And I would agree with many of you, this has been a long wait, and I understand what your concerns are. But I've been asking questions now for 2 years, either within the school working group or in the context since March, on where we're going on this. And I've not gotten a lot of answers. So I'm not ready, because I cannot go to the public right now and explain to them what to expect. When we built the last 2 schools, we went out to the public and we said, this is what it's going to cost you. This is what we're looking at operational expenses. This is what we're going to do. And went right down the list. And the public said, yes, we need to do that. Let's go for it. I mean, it was very, very engaged process. It is not, and again, COVID's been part of the problem. I understand that. But we've had one big meeting in January 2020. We've not really had anything other than our respective meetings, between the school board having their meetings and we having our meetings. In the last process, it was a totally collaborative effort with the school board and council members together, working on design, working on site selection, working on everything, so everybody understood what was going on. So again, for me, the process has not been the best in the world in moving this forward. And I would not have a problem taking this to a vote at our next meeting, but I cannot, in good conscience, understanding that there's still a lot of questions out there, still a lot of concerns out there, and we've just started a budget process and trying to understand how that all fits into this with the financial constraints a lot of people are facing in the city. I don't think we're ready to take this vote, so I would not be supporting the motion. Thank you.
I just want to state that I am going to support voting on the interim agreement tonight, and I'm going to vote in favor of it. I think it will help us get the information we need in order to find a plan for when and how we can build this school. I think it is an urgent need. I want to thank the school board for their work. They've made a very compelling and reasoned explanation for why it's best to invest in a middle school at this point and to use federal funds to refurbish the existing middle school into a primary school. I'm grateful for their work on that, and I think we as a community have seen those changes in meetings and in discussions. It's been transparent, and I'm grateful for your leadership on that. Being in schools for many years, I have an understanding of the needs, and I have a good understanding of the improvement plans that each building principal and central office staff are working so hard with teachers to improve achievement for our students. And like some of my colleagues on City Council, it's hard to hear people bash our students and our schools, and a fire gets in my belly over those kinds of things. But I will say that we as a school system are addressing those needs with diligence and urgency.
I am in support of the interim agreement to get to the point of, because me personally, I want to know what will the school cost. That's something that folks are asking me right now, the exact cost. So for the interim agreement, I'm definitely in support because that's our starting point. All this preliminary talk is what we've been doing, just talking. And I know that a lot of residents are tired of the talking. And for us to make this move tonight, it's going to get us what we need, and then we know how to get to it. And who knows, the school board might say, hey, what about this? I didn't think it would be this. I didn't know about this. Or, who knows what will happen, but we don't know if we just sit here and wait.